Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of comparing numeric data. This is standard 7.12a in the great state of Texas, and we are using items number 32 of the 2024 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. All right, so we've got two different dot plots here, and it shows that we've got a shoe store manager ordering various sizes, and you see the shoe sizes down here at the bottom of each, and we're just showing the number of shoes that are ordered by size for both women's shoes and men's shoes. So I'm going to scroll this up so we can see our 4 answer selections there. Almost all of them. We're going to kind of miss that women's shoes, so we'll just kind of leave it right there. So let's take a look at what we're being asked to do here. We've got 4 statements, and only one of them is going to be best supported by the information on the dot plots. So let's take a look at this. The distributions of data for both men's and women's are symmetric. All right, so that's going to be our key term, because if we take a look at all of these, right, we've got symmetric, we've got symmetric, symmetric, symmetric. That's it. We're not looking for median. We're not looking for mode, mean, range, any of that. We're just trying to figure out what is or is not symmetric. So that's going to be our work for this particular problem. So let's define terms, because if you look at the materials here, the reference materials, unfortunately, that is not a term that we get a definition to. There's not going to be any type of uh, reference material that we could use for that. There's no formulas or anything. So what does that term mean, symmetric? Because if we could figure out symmetric, we should be good. So symmetric, right, should make us think of symmetrical or symmetry, right? And so some of us learned about symmetry, and that's when if you had a shape, right, like, so let's say we've got a triangle like this, right? You've got a line of symmetry. That means you can fold it over in half and the sides would line up perfectly, right? Squares, if I can draw a perfect square here, have many lines of symmetry, right? They've got the diagonals, they've got the verticals, and they've got the horizontal. Some shapes don't have any lines of symmetry, like this. Whatever shape this is, does not have a line of symmetry. So that's really what we're looking at. When we're looking at symmetric, we're looking at if this were a shape, would it have a line of symmetry? So let's do that. Let's make each of these a shape. And so what we're going to start with is we're just going to simply outline each of these, right? And so let's just draw across the bottom. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of draw up like this. And all I want to do is I just want to capture the dots, right? Let's just capture the dots. Let's get that a little bit better. There we go. All right, so there's my shape for the women's. All right, women's. And then let's get the men's. Okay, we're going to go up a little bit. And then across the top, almost looks like a trapezoid down there. All right, so there's my men's. Now watch. With this particular feature, you basically make the dots go away. Do we see a line of symmetry? Well, for the women's, I don't, because it's going to go up right here, and then it's missing something right there. So I don't see a line of symmetry. But for the men's, look, I see a line of symmetry right down the middle. You can fold one half over, and it's perfect. So the women's does not have a line of symmetry. The men's does have a line of symmetry. And so let's see which one of those talks about that. The distribution of the men's shoes is symmetric, but the women's is not. That is going to be B, and that is our answer.